welcome to day 30 of my 30-day chart challenge. This is Lance, co-founder of BH Capital Enterprises, where I teach people how to navigate the markets using price action. More specifically, I teach people how to read charts. What I've been doing during the month of July is each and every day I've been kind of choosing a ticker at random or soliciting tickers from you guys and doing video breakdowns of those tickers and posting them here on my YouTube channel. So hopefully you guys have been getting some value from those over the past 4 weeks. I'm gonna go back probably at the beginning of August and kind of review some of the videos and see, which ones performed best in my opinion, and kind of do a short talk about that. But anyway, today for day 30, I am going to do Riot Blockchain. Disclaimer, I do currently hold a small position in this company, uh, you know, long position. So just putting that out there. Also, this is not any type of investment advice. Um, this is just strictly for entertainment purposes only. This is something that I truly enjoy. So, I do this for my own pleasure. But anyway, this is Riot's yearly chart, and as you can see, it started off pretty strong back in '07, and it has not recovered nearly as much as it was before. So it's been in phase one of the market cycle for several years at this point. After that big time markdown um, after '07. And it appears as though slowly it may be starting to pick up again here on this yearly chart. Sorry about the trend lines there. I did some analysis on this, a while back with my chart masters group, but it looks like it's trying to, do a little something something over the past, few years, but has managed to not be able to get over that hump, and we'll see what level that is on a lower time frame. But definitely this year be watching to see if this thing can close above probably what appears to be at least 20. 20 to probably 40, I'd say, somewhere in there. But we'll see on, like I said, a lower time frame. Earnings appears to be coming. Okay, so the 10th is earnings. So less than 2 weeks away. So we'll definitely see how that goes. Um, but yeah, last year's closing price was 16.99, and it's well above that now, and it's been holding pretty good above that for the majority of this year. So again, 20 at minimum for 2021's closing price. But even better if it can get up toward 40 and even over 40, in my opinion. But let's take a look at the monthly chart. Okay, so monthly chart, we can see that we talked about that markdown after 2007, and then here's another pretty strong markdown back in 2011, and it just kind of fizzled out, and it's just been consolidating for the longest time with short little pops, just here and there. So the last time, or one of the last times that it popped up to this 46.2 level, and that was back in December of 2017. So, um, kind of corresponds to that fourth quarter run that people talk about with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So, back in 2017, had a nice run off the low back. I mean, a dollar up to $46. And then last year had a very nice run from under $5 to nearly $80. I think it went to like 79 and some change or something like that. And then had a nice markdown But what I'm seeing over the last 3 months is that this thing has been kind of consolidating. Um, so on the monthly chart, I'd definitely be looking to see if this thing can hold above uh, about $27. 27, $28 is a area that of interest that I would be watching for on the on this monthly chart. And I think I'm gonna mark this area. I didn't necessarily find it interesting um, the last time that I did an analysis on this ticker. But yeah, so you can see here and here uh, where it tested that area in the past. So definitely, in my opinion, a key level historically on this monthly chart. So I'm gonna mark that, make some edits here per usual, and we're going to call this one okay. So key historical level on the monthly chart, so we got that marked. So again, I talked about, the kind of minimum level that I would like to see it close at this year being 20. But then on this monthly chart, we're seeing that 27, 28 level would be nice to for the price to stay above that. Um, and for me, as long as it stays above 28, I'll probably continue to hold my position. I got in around in the low 30s recently. So this thing, like I said, it's just consolidating over the past 3 months. Um, has not really been able to break that $38 level over the past couple of months. So I'm definitely going to be watching that to the upside. As you can see, after hours is at 35. But, things can change over the weekend. Bitcoin just started running. Crypto in general started running over the past few hours since the markets closed today. Right around about noon, when I look back at charts, crypto charts, it seems like things just kind of pivoted at noon and just took off. You can check out Maker, you can check out Ethereum, and many others. Just something about noon where things just kind of took a turn for the best if you're long. But anyway, um, what I'm also seeing here on the monthly chart is one of those down or bearish trend line breaks. Um, Start there. So during the month of June, we had a break of that bearish trend line, and I've said in many videos in the past that sometimes you'll see the price will consolidate after breaking a bearish or bullish trend line. And that's what Riot is doing at this time. So it can continue to consolidate, maybe on for most of the rest of the year. As we can see, that's what it has done historically. So I'll be paying close attention to that. So back in 2017, it kind of started to pick up in terms of bullishness in like September, October, and then last year it kind of started around October, more so November, December, and it just took off for several months before it pulled back. Um, but yeah, so that's pretty much it when it comes to this monthly chart. As far as what I'm saying, be watching 28 to the downside, 27, 28 to the downside, and then that 37, 38 to the upside. Once it passes that $38 level, I think it's gonna shoot for 46 pretty fast. And then once it gets past 46, we have like the $60 area, and then on up to the mid 70s to $80 area. Let me get my screenshot here. And then I'm going to move on to the weekly chart. Okay, so with this weekly chart, you can see a little better how, it really had a hard time breaking this trend line, and then only recently did it do so. Um, kind of some a possible double bottom type situation here on this weekly chart. So first test of this area was right here, and then recently we got a test here and it's already moving upward. So for sure I'd watch this pretty much these two price levels that were already there, but on up to about 40. So once it gets past 40, um, I'd be looking for that $46 area, and then maybe this thing will be moving toward um, that 52-week high or whatever of 79.5. Not saying that it's going to take a straight shot there, but most likely would be on its way there once it gets past this area here, and then that $46 area, or at least that's what something that I would be watching for. Um, do I really see any patterns currently? Not really. Not really, to be honest with you. Maybe a descending triangle. In which case I would adjust this trend line here, and I'd probably just leave that historical monthly level as is. But at this point, I think, and it makes sense that, with earnings coming, that we'll see some resolution uh, before earnings for sure. Whether it be the price breaking down below 28 or the price breaking out above this mid to high $30 area. So it's definitely looking like it wants to, but I haven't ever really followed Riot um, historically. You know what I'm saying? I only, just started, checking it out recently when I decided to take a long position in this ticker. Um, let's move on to the daily chart. Actually, I'm going to put a text note here about what I think. With either breakdown, 0.28, or breakout above 35 to 38. And that, this just a theory, you know what I'm saying? It could turn out to be completely false or completely, wrong in my analysis, and that's totally okay with me. Um, but that's the thing about um, technical analysis. It's a science, you know what I'm saying? So you have to be okay with being wrong, because you're gonna be wrong sometimes. So, but that's pretty much what I'm seeing here on the weekly chart, and I gave you guys the levels that I will be paying attention to, especially as it gets closer to earnings, especially since crypto uh, kind of started running toward key levels. Bitcoin is currently sitting at a key level. I've been personally waiting and watching to see Bitcoin get back above like 42K, 43K, somewhere in there. And last time I checked, it was at like 41 and some change. So we'll see how it, continues to shape up over the next couple of weeks. I'm going to take a look at the 1 year daily chart. And you can see a lot better that descending triangle that I spoke about. And the descending triangle is usually a bearish pattern, but it doesn't always have to be. But like I said, we'll be watching this area here. Earnings is about right here, so we should see some resolution by or before that earnings date of 8/10. Um, let's see where the moving averages are, the 50 and the 200. So, okay, so it's sitting right on that 50-day moving average currently. Notice that 200-day moving average is sitting right there at that key historical level on the monthly chart that I talked about. And this is really something that, the more that you practice, you can just kind of pick up on these things without even um, giving conscious thought to it. So I definitely did not know that that monthly level was going to have some confluence with the 200-day moving average. But that just makes for a stronger case for that level when you have agreement on multiple time frames and you're, seeing those types of patterns. But anyway, so what I'll be watching going into next week for sure is whether the price can stay above this 50-day moving average. And notice that the trend on the 50-day moving average has started to shift, where it was very bearish here, and then now it appears like it's starting to curl back up again. So sentiment may be changing here, but again, watch this 50-day moving average to the downside, and then for sure watch that key historical level on the monthly chart, which also happens to be the 50-day, the 200-day moving average, and of course watch this diagonal or bearish trend line here that I drew on the weekly chart. What else can I say about Riot? And I mean, keep an eye on Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Because it moves with Bitcoin. It moves with cryptocurrency. You know what I'm saying? So um, I could really use crypto as a metric for this ticker, and over the past couple of weeks that I've been watching this ticker more closely, I don't think that I've ever seen Bitcoin dropping and this one increasing. So with when I saw that Bitcoin was breaking out, I was pretty sure and pretty confident that Riot was finally getting past 34, because it's been as you can see, it's been struggling right here for over a week at 34. And so with it being 35 after hours, if that holds, then we're going to have what appears to be a possible bullish break of that downward, of that bearish trend line. So remember what I said about those types of situations. So either it could keep going, or it could, retest and bounce, or it could just kind of consolidate. You know what I'm saying? So either way, pay close attention. I'll definitely be paying close attention. But again, this is day 30 of my 30-day chart challenge. I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I hope you guys have learned some things. I've definitely learned some things. If there are any tickers that you would like for me to check out moving forward, feel free to leave them in the comment section, and I'll certainly add them to my list. I won't be putting out daily markups, moving forward, but I'll be trying to get out like at least about 2 tickers a week. So keep that in mind when if you decide to submit a ticker to me, that it might, take a couple of weeks or so before you'll see it. I don't necessarily like to do them too far in advance, because I like to have the data fresh. You know what I'm saying? So um, on the weekends, I kind of bundle them up because it's the weekend, but during the weekday I won't usually do more than a day ahead of time, because for obvious reasons. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for sticking around. Please share, like, comment, subscribe, whatever you feel compelled to do. I am grateful for your audience. Again, this is Lance, co-founder of BH Capital Enterprises. If you'd like to check out any of my offerings, feel free to hit the description area. I've left some pretty good information there for you to check out, some resources for classes, additional information. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up in my email, lance@bhcapitalenterprises.com, or you can just leave them in the comment section because I'm pretty sure you probably wouldn't be the only one with a question. But again, thanks for watching. Enjoy your weekend.